So we're going to talk about online dating and how to do it right, because I met my wife on Match.com, and there's many other dating sites that you can use that are excellent dating sites. But I want to share with you just some of the really stupid things I saw that I think you should avoid if you're really serious about meeting somebody online. One of the things that you should do, nuts and bolts fact of just dating online, is date your photos. You're gonna upload photos. I want you to put a date on those. Like, this was taken on this day and time, okay? It's just honesty. And for God's sake, do not post a photo of you and any significant others, okay? Any former boyfriend, girlfriends, all right? In fact, avoid pictures of yourself with the opposite sex whatsoever. Now, this is about this person who's looking at your profile thinking of themselves in terms of being with you. You don't want to spoil that by putting somebody else in the picture. It's just stupid. And people do this. Women, men, they do this. They put themselves in a photo with their former boyfriend, girlfriend, or their gay best friend, or whoever. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care how much you love that top or that. Go recreate it. Go to some place. Go take the damn picture again without the person in it. That's how serious this is. People baffle me. They blow my fucking mind. They post themselves with pictures of somebody of the opposite sex, and it just is like, there's no excuse you can use that makes it justified. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Okay, something I did that I think is important, I think you need to do it, I don't see a lot of people doing it, is if there's something that you know is off-putting about yourself, you know that it's slightly contentious or that it's maybe immature or just strange, you need to include that. Not as a warning, don't make it it's not a negative thing, but if you have a penchant for wearing superhero t-shirts and taking weekly trips to the comic book shop, even though you're a grown-ass adult who has a job and pays bills, that's something that maybe you should include, especially if you've ever gone to a party and people look at you strange when you say you still read comics. When I made my site, I was very specific that, listen, I read comic books and I listen to very aggressive music like Slipknot and Meshuggah and Tool. Like, if you've ever gone to a party and told people, oh, I'm into really aggressive music, metal music, and you've seen that person in their eye like run screaming into the back of their skull, you realize that not everybody wants to be with this person. It's kind of a head off at the pass technique. Like, I don't want to be with somebody who is going to find a problem with this. If you like coming home at night and smoking weed until you're completely out of it and gone, then find a way to include that. Find a way to put that through. Find a way to say that, because there's plenty of people out there who would enjoy that too, and there's nothing wrong with it as long as you enjoy it with somebody, okay? But you don't want it also to be a surprise. Just please avoid cliches in your descriptive profile. I like to live each day to the fullest. I like to live each day as if it's my last. I like to take life as it comes. These phrases, although they might sound good or you think they sound good, they actually don't tell me anything about you, okay? I like to live life to the fullest doesn't mean anything except to you. If you're a baseball player or a disc jockey or you make quilts for a living, okay? I live life to the fullest means something completely different to each of you. It's not a descriptor. In that same vein of thinking, posting a picture of yourself skydiving, though interesting, doesn't actually tell me a lot about you at all either. Posting the most dangerous thing you've ever done, the riskiest thing, the most embarrassing thing you've ever done, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It might be interesting, but it also doesn't tell me much about you, because lots of people have gone skydiving and done risky things. Being in a relationship is about the day to day. A relationship happens every single day. We need to know, and it needs to be on your profile, and you need to have this honest conversation with yourself and put it down. What do you like to do every day? And that could be anything. It doesn't matter. Nobody's fighting with you about this. If you like to come home every day and have a glass of wine and watch trash TV, 90 Day Fiance, Real Housewives of Atlanta, because it makes you feel better about yourself to watch people screw up or just live completely different lives than you, then that's fine. There are millions of other people who enjoy doing that. You're not alone in that evening activity. To suggest that you're the life of the party all the time, every day, that you're always risk-taking and you're always living on the edge is disingenuous. And you're probably not a very fun person to be in a relationship with at that point. Because half of being in a relationship is being able to be bored together and still have fun. That's antithetical, but that's the truth. I see people write down, oh, I like to travel. And I think, well, that's great. I like to travel too. In fact, I know tons of people who like to travel. But that doesn't tell me what you're like when you're traveling. That doesn't tell me how you travel, how often you travel. I mean, so you've been to France and you have a picture of yourself with the Eiffel Tower, and that's great. But that doesn't tell me who you are. All right? That doesn't tell me what your sense of humor is, what you like to do when you're not taking a picture of yourself at the Eiffel Tower, which, though interesting, does not help your personality. That's not a descriptor of who you are as a person. Strive to include things of your everyday life. What movies do you really enjoy watching? What TV shows do you enjoy? Do you read? Do you not read? Are you somebody who likes to talk? Are you somebody who likes the quiet and be left alone? Are you an extrovert or an introvert? These are things that matter every day in interaction. Also, I want to throw this out there, especially for the women who are on these sites. Use your brain, okay? I've seen some really stupid things, all right? Please, God, you can say you have kids, and you should say, oh, I have children. Please don't post pictures of your kids. I don't care how much you love them. They do not need to be on a dating site. And that sounds like, oh, duh, like, why the fuck would I do that? Trust me, I see it all the time, okay? Don't post pictures of your kids. Don't post pictures of yourself at your place of work unless you can make it very obscure. If you're a nurse and you're standing in a hospital hallway, that's pretty obscure. We don't know what floor of what hospital and what place that really is. But if you work at like Dr. Bob's dentistry office as the secretary or something, all right, and you post a picture of yourself in front of said building or whatever, now everybody knows where you work. Just don't do it. It's a bad idea. Try to keep the photos somewhat general. You'd be amazed how easy it is to pick out where you work and live and all that from your photos. Don't post those. Be safe.